This show gets 4 stars out of 5 for me. Little People Big World is one of the few reality shows that I watch, and like all reality shows, I watch it because my wife got into it. And like all Barbara's favorites, like Clean House and Trading Spouses, it's about domestic life slightly run amok. I think I enjoy these shows for the same reason anyone does, because you can laugh at how screwed up other people are and be thankful it's not you. But in the case of Little People Big World and the family that stars in it, the Roloffs, I'm not laughing at them, I'm marveling at them. A dwarf and a midget meet in college, get married, buy a big piece of property in Oregon, and have 4 kids. Now thanks to the husband, they are very successful and are able to live the great American dream. It's a tremendous story of people with major obstacles overcoming almost all of them to live not just a normal life, but a really great life. The kids should be spoiled rotten, but are kept in line by these 2 understanding but pretty strict parents. Only one of the kids is a dwarf, and the other 3 are not only normal size, but actually very tall for their age. The oldest boys are twins, even though one is about 6 feet tall and the other is about 3 feet. But they seem like best friends, and hang out with the same gang of kids, who all seem good as well. The Roloff's house is like one we dreamt of as kids. The one house where all the friends feel comfortable and hang out in and respect. Oftentimes, when there are chores to be done, these friends do more work than the kids who live there. But the real dynamic of the show, and particularly of the last 2 seasons, is the relationship between Matt and Amy, the parents. Matt is a 47-year-old former software salesman who is now the president of some major Little People's organization. He goes around the country giving life improvement lessons, lectures to people, and runs a very successful peach farm from his home. Amy is something. I haven't watched the show enough to know what, but she also gives speeches on overcoming the odds. But Matt is the dreamer, while Amy is the pessimist. She'd call herself the realist. Matt dreams of these big projects like building an old western ghost town on their property and makes it happen, and it's a joy to behold. His latest dream was rebuilding their shack of a house into a place where their kids could raise their children. I'm sure the money he's making from the Learning Channel is helping to pay for this, but it doesn't matter. He's drawing up the plans and seeing it through, and the place is gorgeous, with all of the amenities a small person would want. 3-foot kitchen counters, so there's no more cooking while standing on a chair or stool. A small whirlpool bathtub, so that his short legs can get in and out easily. Even a bench in the shower, so he doesn't have to lean on his crutches while washing himself. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, he's partially crippled on top of everything else. But to me, what cripples him the most is his annoying wife. Amy is a selfish pill, as he referred to her after she embarrassed him at their kids' soccer game. Nothing this man does for her is ever good enough. We see in earlier episodes this started with her father, who was a normal-sized man but treated Amy like his princess. To him, Matt was not good enough for her, and let him know it. And even now, with all his success, Matt is still not good enough in his father-in-law's eyes. Fine, that's the father. But now these last few seasons, more and more Amy is starting to view him in the same way. And it makes me go nuts. You always hear women complain about men, and sometimes it has merit. But when a man like this is working so hard to make dreams come true, you cherish him. Don't just throw him a bone by saying, "Oh, it's nice." How dare you? This man through this show is now a television star, and a very handsome one at that. If he wanted to, I'm sure there's thousands of small women and probably some normal-sized women who would love to have a husband like him. And maybe Amy knows that and is feeling the pressure, but she sure doesn't act like someone fighting to keep her man. Even still, Matt is not going anywhere. A smile from Amy is worth $1 million to him, as you can tell just by his expression when she's occasionally happy. Maybe she's going through some kind of midlife crisis, but she better snap out of it quick, because these family reality shows are notoriously tough on marriages, even to marriages that have lasted more than 20 years. Just look at what happened to Hulk Hogan's family. I don't just like this Roloff family, I love them. I think they are a rare group that deserve praise and should be viewed as role models for other families around the country. But Amy should start to appreciate her husband a lot more, because he's got more physical things wrong with him. He's got many physical things wrong with him, from diabetes to sleep apnea, and who knows how much longer they'll have him. And this princess may find out too late that the man she took for granted was actually her Prince Charming after all. Ciao from the Freditor.